Johnny started as a short story called The Punk in a Parking Space. Johnny has just gotten into Night City, and he's just like beginning his career as a rocker boy. He's gotten out of the military where he deserted, and he's in bad stead with all the nomad clans that his old girlfriend Rogue is in. So he's alone. Punk in a Parking Space, Johnny basically is about to park an old scooter of all things, but not even a real motorcycle, more like a Vespa. And he's about to park, and this guy in a Porsche roars in and takes the parking space from him. Johnny stops, and you have to understand, Johnny is somebody who is incredibly controlled, but people don't know that. They think, he's wild, but Johnny is ice, and he just doesn't show it. So Johnny calmly gets out as the guy is standing there kind of gloating as he sits in his Porsche, and Johnny takes out a really large Silverhand gun and shoots all 4 tires out. And he says, "Since you liked it so much, I thought you should keep it." And then he walks away. And that was the first Johnny Silverhand story. That was the first appearance of the Malorian, which is Johnny's signature gun. Malorian had actually made Johnny a series of Malorian guns because Malorian kind of realized, this guy really knows his weapons, and I'm kind of getting famous having this rocker boy, doing my guns.
The idea that I would have gotten Keanu Reeves to be playing Johnny Silverhand is already insane. The trick to doing Johnny, though, is that Johnny he's a weird combination of very, very internal. Everything's bottled up and it's just controlled. And then he's outwardly extraordinarily charismatic. So you have to have a character that people immediately look at, and go, whoa, I'd like to be like him, or I'd like to be with him. But at the same time, you don't really know what's going on behind his eyes. And what I find interesting about Keanu Reeves is most of what he shows is in how he acts than it is in what he says. So, it was my reaction when I first found out was, oh, I didn't think we'd ever get anybody like that. Then we went in to see it, and they had already filmed a bunch of his acting stuff. And I went, yeah, he fits. He's a little more out there, more edgy verbally than Johnny would be normally. But I ended Johnny's story at his death at that point. And if Johnny kept going, he was already an incredibly angry person. He'd seen the world as being horrible. So this is a man who's got a lot bottled up, and it needs to kind of explode out. It can't be held back anymore. It's got to explode. And I went, Reeves is perfect. It works. He's just controlled enough that you think any minute now, Johnny can be a real nice guy, and he can be an incredible son of a bitch. It just depends on what side you're on.